I tried to write mainly on nights and weekends because, obviously I work. I would typically put in probably 5 or 6 hours on a Saturday, maybe another 5 or 6 hours on a Sunday. And the first book took me about 12 months, 12, 14 months to write that way. I moved around the house at first, and I just kind of started to get comfortable in our TV room on our couch, and I kind of developed this weird process about just putting the TV guide on the channel because it wasn't an actual TV show, it wasn't anything going to be distractive. I'd sit in the TV room, I'd put the TV guide, and the channels would just scroll, and I would get to work, and I would try to do about, like I said, about 10 to 12 hours per weekend. And it actually really all started from back in 2004, I started to put my ideas into a writing journal, okay? And it wasn't until 4 years later that I went to this writing journal where I'd been listing ideas and going through them and, throwing some of them out and, defining some other ideas. When I finally said 4 years later that I never set out to fill up a writing journal, it looks like that was what I was doing. I had to remind myself that I set out to write a book. So I actually had, in 2008, I sat down and took the ideas out of the writing journal and actually started to write the book. And that was maybe one of the hardest things to do, was to just, instead of just listing ideas that I was trying to refine, to actually look at a blank sheet of paper where there's nothing there and just say, one day that's going to be a book. And I got started in 2008.